Hey Alexa, how many more days till Christmas?
Christmas Day is in 16 days on Sunday, December 25th, 2022.
Oh my. You know what this means. It's building season. Let's go! All right, DIYers, today we got a shelf we want to build for my dad. It's actually a little type of workbench prep area that he could just kind of tinker on, work on a few little projects on, and that's another project for today. So you can see we got some 2x12s that are 8 feet. He needs to cut them down. Wasn't sure exactly the length, but he wanted a 1 foot end that he can fold up and then get to, I think it's a trash can that's going to be underneath it. So that's kind of the idea we're going for today. We got to join these together, cut them down, pocket holes. Let's get busy. Let's do it. All right, so here's what we got. We got two 2x12s. We're going to join them here in the center, but we don't want to leave that that little rolled edge in there. So we're going to run these through the table saw. We're just going to take that edge off of there. He said he was shooting for, I believe he wanted 20 inches. Let me grab my tape measure. So yeah, 20 inches, and oh gosh, we're easily 22. So we could actually, these are 11 and an eighth. They are wide, 11 and a quarter. So we could actually take an inch off of either one of these. So we may set the table saw up to run them at, I'm gonna say maybe 10 and a quarter. I ended up being 20 and a half inches. I don't think that's gonna hurt too much. May have to double check with him to make sure that we are okay with that, but that would mean we're cut an inch off each one of these, so then we can have a nice joint we can put in here. We'll do pocket screws along the whole thing, and then I made up some brackets the other day that I think should be able to hold up really well for this. So, and hey, maybe I dream it. Did I dream it once? We're gonna make the brackets to mount to the studs that are in the wall. I cut down a bit of a 2x4 here, and I did countersink some 2.5 inch screws here. And then what we're going to do then to kind of build it some more strength is we're gonna go ahead and mount these pieces of plywood here to the sides to kind of build that strength up a little bit. So we'll have something, kind of like this, and we'll mount one on the other side also. This should give us plenty enough strength throughout this, so it's something that's not going to be coming down. I think he's shooting for about, I think he said 20 inches wide, so I think he's going to go with 2x12s, and I made this, I think we're right at 18 inches to this, 18 and a quarter to this outside edge. So we'll be just an inch or two short of what we need. We're going to countersink the screws here. We'll go with like 1.25 inches. And that should be a nice heavy duty shelf for my dad to use. All right, 2 matching brackets should not be a problem holding whatever he wants to put on that shelf. Yes, so he did get some made, and here they are. So figuring on if we do about, I'm going to just subtract 1 inch off the back of there. Puts us about there, and then we're going to be 1 inch shorter up here. That's about how much overhang we're going to have on the front side. What is that? I'm guessing about 2 inches. So otherwise that whole thing should be supported pretty well. I don't think we're going to have any issues with it. This is all he asked for, so I'm giving him what he wants. Like I said, I don't think it's really a major shelf for anything. And I believe it's only going to be, I think, 6 feet long, I think, total. He told me just to go ahead and put a foot out, put the little piece on that'll swing up and down, and then he's going to cut it to the length that he needs. And I believe it's going to be shorter, so it won't kind of really matter what we got going down for the rest of it, just as long as we set everything up towards this end. I almost wish I would have made another one of those, but I'm going to give him what he wants. And honestly, these aren't terribly difficult to make. You see me make them. Yeah, we'll go from there. So first of all, we need to get these over, run them through the saw, and cut about 1 inch of them off so we have a nice flush end. We're going to run them through the planer. We're going to get them a nice, good, flat surface. Pocket holes, glue, screw them together, cut a foot off, piano hinge. There we go. It's that easy, right? Yeah. So we have our edges cut. We got nice square cuts here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run them through the planer just because, I think. I could say I got a couple of spots I kind of question on whether or not it's exactly the same. Those are pretty damn close. And I could probably sit here with a sander and sand and sand and sand. But I'm not going to. I'm going to run them through the planer once. All right, so that actually worked out really well. This actually brought these together even better than they were before. So now it'll just be a matter, we got some pocket holes put in this thing and get it joined together. Looks like we got everything kind of set up here. See, I start drilling some pocket holes. That end down there is my end for the 1 foot swinging end there, I guess. And I went ahead and marked every 6 inches going down here. Once I get these marked, I will butt them up against that board, and then we're just going to make them, just pretty much put them right there in the middle on every one. So there's going to be plenty of pocket holes. I don't have any way to, I can't biscuit joint it. I don't have a biscuit thing or anything like that. So I figured this is about as easy as it's going to get, and this should hold up for us pretty well. So I need to get busy on putting all these in. And I'm just using the pocket hole jig from Craig. These should go in pretty easily. All right, so like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this, put this back over here. We started, get all of our stuff lined up here. And now, I'm just gonna mark here where, on the opposite side, in the middle. I can see I'm gonna have a heck of a time. Look at this. Got board starting to work down there. So we will definitely, in these places where it's nice and flat, and we feel like we've already got that nice spot in there. We're gonna try and go ahead and get those screwed in there where they look good. I have some big clamps I'm gonna grab to kind of squeeze it together, but we need to glue it too. So, clamps and glue. All right, so after getting that all glued and screwed together, we went ahead and decided to go ahead and put a little back cut on the bottom edge of this top here. Using the Craig track saw, kind of pushing along there, give this a nice back cut on the bottom. Oh, careful, that table's gonna move. Oh, yeah, you gotta clamp that table down, make sure it doesn't move on you. But we're gonna go ahead and get that cut on there, show you what that looks like. That looks much better, and then we'll get that track out of the way. Yeah, that is a nice cut. I like that finish on there. We're going to get this end cut off. We're going to get the hinges installed on here, and now I'm going to show you what that looks like. Well, alrighty, here we go. We have everything kind of on here. Like I said, this end out here is not supposed to be meant for any kind of planning, putting anything on this. This is not going to be for a lot of weight or anything. This is mainly just to cover up, I believe it's just a trash can that's underneath here. But now, yeah, if we want to, we can pull this up and set it back, and we can leave the can open the whole time too. Now what I did on here, I did put some little bumpers on here. I just used, they're just these little felt pads, and then I backed them up with some screws inside of here. So those aren't the only things holding. These screws are actually the ones that are going to be actually bumping against that. And I think I can see kind of a little bit of a bump there, but that's not bad. I think this should work out for us. I think it should work out for my dad. And I think hopefully everybody will be happy. So there we go. I think this project is another one we are done with. I will probably end up delivering it to him tomorrow. Hopefully this is what he wanted. So we'll see what happens, and I'll report back to you because, yeah, like I said, I'm going to give it to him tomorrow. So I may have to, I'm going to take the sand and sand down these fresh cut edges right here just a touch, just so that's done. But otherwise, hey, we're done with this one. There's another one in the books. And like, share, subscribe, guys. And see you guys next time.